It's not us. We have 0 drop frames.
We do have drop frames this time. Right. I don't know. It's not fixing, and there's nothing else you can do to fix it.
I don't know.
Just keep waiting. Just keep waiting. Oh, Carrie's leaving. Or maybe, I don't know for sure. That's what who said that.
Well, now it's transmitting.
Oh. Is it?
We got green.
But are we dropping?
No, it's working now.
Okay, tell us if it works.
Hi, everybody. I reconnected. I'm actually using my cellular backup, so
Okay. So it might be okay.
it might be okay.
No one's saying anything.
No
so
one's
maybe
saying anything,
everyone
but
laughed.
it'll probably come in and just... It's funny watching Chris's face while Miriam repeats Robert's name. Andrew says, is this the new restart?
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yay. Sorry.
Oh, where did my paper go? You
Oh,
have
the
my paper?
network says something. Yeah, I have it. I have the paper.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello
sorry, guys.
again. Okay, there were a bunch of comments.
Well, it says it opened a new video.
Oh, really?
New video.
Interesting.
It kicked us off.
It must have.
Whoops.
All right. Well, you want to answer some of these questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, question from Keyarra.
Keyarra.
Does Keto Chow put you into ketosis?
Not necessarily. It depends on what else you're eating. Your body will go into ketosis when it doesn't have a lot of things to burn that you're eating, right? So if you only eat Keto Chow that day, then you'll probably get into ketosis. But it doesn't mean that Keto Chow is putting you into ketosis.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not the exogenous ketones. Some people believe, I guess it is that if you have exogenous ketones, you are in ketosis because you're burning ketones. Where you're going to be burning what you eat before you burn anything that you have already.
Yeah.
So if you want to lose weight, don't use exogenous ketones unless you're using them for like neurological reasons. You can do whatever you want. We prefer that you make your own ketones because they're free.
Yes. And they're the right ones. Lori says, I swear something is in the air. So many sites I've been to and places have computer server issues.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the problem was that we were having, but it's just kind of weird. Okay. Ian wants to know, Ian, does the milk powder in the ingredients take you out of ketosis? Now, just to clarify, we don't use dried milk in Keto Chow. We use milk protein isolate, which is
because
different.
Milk powder has a lot of sugar in it.
Really a lot of sugar. So, yeah.
So does it take you out of ketosis?
If there was milk powder, it would probably prevent you from going into ketosis because there would be too many carbohydrates. But we're not using milk powder. We're using milk protein isolate. The difference, by the way, with a protein isolate versus a protein concentrate. With a protein isolate, they take out only the protein and keep that. With a concentrate, they take out everything but the protein and leave it just the protein. One of them is a lot better or more efficient or pure, I guess. Milk protein isolate is 90% protein by mass. Milk protein concentrate can be anywhere from 60 to 80% protein by mass. And most of the rest of it is, as Aaron said, lactose, which is sugar.
Yes.
Hence isolate. There you go.
Thanks, Aaron.
Sean says, Chris read my mind. I was going to ask what the difference is between an isolate. Yeah, that's the difference. So are you just keeping what you want, or are you taking out the stuff that you don't want? There's the difference. Okay.
Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, hi, Lisa.
Good luck on your surgery tomorrow.
Let's see. Don wants to know, will my Chow Club be automatically converted to the new subscription box?
We're not going to automatically move them over. We're going to contact you and talk you through moving over or whatever if you would like to, because we don't feel like it's appropriate to just automatically move people over.
Yep. Because we don't do predatory sales practices.
Yep. So we make our customer service team do a lot of work so that you can feel more comfortable and I can feel more comfortable.
Blaine said something. Let's see. Well, thank you for typing to Keto Chow. Your competence is very important to us and will be read in the order received. Usually.
Sometimes.
Yep. Kirsten says, I ordered gingerbread tonight. I'm super excited. I'm sure it's delicious.
It is delicious. Why am I not eating it right now?
I don't know.
Oh, because I had a lot of spaghetti and it was yummy. Spaghetti with spaghetti squash, which spaghetti squash is kind of high in carbs, so you got to be careful with that.
Speaking of Keto Chow ice cream, Marlene wants to know, why does the ice cream tend to fill me up faster and keep me full longer?
Isn't that interesting?
It's the same preparation and recipe.
Same thing. I think because you eat it slower.
I think so too. Yep.
And you're eating it with a spoon, and so it feels more like food. Isn't it? It's just it's so crazy.
Yep.
That's why Holly likes to do the pudding so much, because it feels more like food instead of just drinking it and then you're not having anything to eat. So.
Yep. Michelle wants to know, how many packets is 1 cup of Keto Chow for the cookie recipe?
Well, if it says a packet, or if it's does it say 1 cup?
I think that one does 1 cup.
Then it's probably like a packet and a half.
I'm trying to remember. So a serving of Keto Chow is around 100 milliliters.
Mm-hmm. And how much is a cup compared to milliliters?
A cup. Oh my gosh.
The Google.
Milliliters to cups.
That's not right.
Well, it is. Okay, 100. I actually think it's 94. Okay, so 94 milliliters is around 0.4 cups.
Okay, so that's almost half a cup.
So it'd be like...
It's like not 2/3.
It would be like 2.5 servings would be close to a cup.
Yes, but... okay, I'm sorry we don't have those measurements on the recipe site.
Yeah, actually, I think 250 milliliters is pretty close to a cup. Anyway, Maria says, wait, a cup is 8 ounces? Yes, a cup is 8 ounces. And Sabrina says, I think a cup is 240 milliliters. See, there you go. I think that's about right. Let's see. Cynthia says, YouTube just ended you. I mean, bam, you're gone.
Right. YouTube just killed us.
Denise says we could pause Chow Club as long as we needed. Going forward, is there a timeline on pausing? So the Chow Club will be completely discontinued as of December 1st.
And the new My Chow...
It's just going away.
...is coming.
The new thing, the Chow Club... My Chow.
My Chow.
Once you're subscribed to it, you can pause it for as long as you want. We're just discontinuing Chow Club. It's just gone. That program
and we will have more
ended.
Details on My Chow when we get closer.
Yep. Let's see. Marie says, which cookie recipe?
Is it the
I'm assuming
chocolate
it's the
toffee? We have a lot of cookie recipes, actually.
True.
So, yes.
Aaron says, last night I had a chocolate element stick to some chocolate toffee and drank it hot. It was awesome.
Nice.
Oh, Michelle says the gingerbread cookie recipe. So that would be...
that's the very first. That's a good recipe, by the way. It's so yummy.
This guy right here, keto gingerbread cookies. I'm assuming that's the one.
Your belly is really going crazy. Does it say 1 cup? One cup gingerbread. Oh, it's, you know why? It's because it was a pumpkin spice caramel recipe that we changed over to gingerbread, so you can use it.
Let's see if we can remember to get.
Yeah.
Because it's assuming it's coming
that you
from
got
a big bag of pumpkin spice. So we need to.
But I have
how
made
many
that.
packets
I have made that.
That's
recipe
equivalent
before, and it's good.
We had other recipes that were similar to that, and we figured out what it was.
Yeah.
Marlissa says there will be no December Chow box. No, there will be January. The December Chow Club box has not been shipped yet.
It's going to start shipping tomorrow.
Yep.
Because we got the stuff.
Yep.
Got the stuff today.
And we have a replacement coming. Yeah.
It's called My Chow.
Rick Wen says you need weights on the recipes. It makes it easier to cook that way. I agree.
I know.
All recipes should have mass. Grams.
Yeah,
Period. End of discussion. I don't make the recipes though.
And it's good because
good that I
our
don't make
chefs are really good.
Yep. Let's see.
I do like your cooking though.
Okay. Mary's looking for any advice on how to make a shake thicker, and because she mixed it up, and would it have, maybe it has to do with this particular batch or something else. Easiest way to make the stuff thicker is to use less water, which does make it kind of saltier.
Yep.
You can also add in a teaspoon of gelatin. Make sure you bloom it first.
You could also try tarragon. I heard that.
There you go.
Thickeny thing.
Yeah, Steve with Serious Keto has a really good video. Excuse me, about using this one ingredient will, like really change the texture of your keto chow, and he makes flan and pudding.
So awesome.
GGB says 46 grams is the average packet weight, 1.6 ounces. That's the average. They all
of
differ.
them are tiny bit different. If you want to be semantic, this one is 45.0.
Yep, there you go.
Gingerbread. Also, they put the Best By date in the wrong section, so it's ugly. So you all know the cute part has the stupid date right there.
So Marlissa says then the new Chow group starts on January. So yes, last week, actually last Tuesday, we did a rather extensive question and answer series talking about all the different stuff with the new My Chow.
Yep.
There's going to be the short version. If you're not familiar with Chow Club and how it's set up, it's a lot easier to explain because there aren't all the questions that come along with it, like how it relates to Chow Club. So let's put it this way. By January 1st, we will have 2 different subscription options that you can choose from. You'll either be able to choose a My Chow kit that you're able to pick
your own
the flavors,
flavors.
or you can do the My Chow surprise kit where you get surprised. Both of them will have multiple size options available. When you place your order,
it will also ship.
It will ship right when you place the order.
You don't have to wait.
Which is why the surprise one will not be available until January 1st.
Yep, because we want it to ship for the month. So if you want to get surprised, you'll want to order at the beginning of the month instead of at the end. But if you want to see what's in the surprise and other people open it, then you can wait, watch them open it, and then order the surprise. So that's something cool if you wanted to do it that way. And
that kind of sums up what it is.
My
Now,
Chow
we
is.
will have more details coming with pricing and all the other stuff, but for now, if you happen to be a member of the Keto Chow Facebook support group, last Tuesday night I posted all of the Q&A that we
kind of talked about. And there's still some questions that we don't have answers to, so we're working on those. But we heard everybody wanted to be able to customize their Chow Club, and we could not do that without writing complete new functionality, and so we went ahead and worked on that. So
Shauna says, let me explain. No, too much. Let me sum up. Ron says we can't roll over. We, as far as I know, we actually cannot roll it over without the help of recharge. But we're also choosing not to roll over because we want people to be able to make that choice.
We want you to choose because the box sizes are not exactly the same.
There's going to be different sizes, and
the prices.
Do you want the surprise one?
Different.
Do you want the one that you build your own?
We want you to be able to choose. But we are happy to help you with it over the phone because we're going to just reach out to everybody. So.
Okay, Tony wants to know if it would be safe to just drink 2 Keto Chow shakes, or are other meals needed too?
That's a tough one because you need a third of, like the Keto Chow has a third of your daily nutrients in each shake. If you made 3 shakes and split it into 2, then yes, you could do that. But you're going to be missing some nutrients, vitamins and minerals and electrolytes by only having the 2 shakes. So I'd advise to have another meal or make the 3 and then divide it into 2. In addition to that, you may not have or may not be getting enough protein just from Keto Chow. So that's something to check into on your own if you need more protein, because most everybody needs more protein.
Now that's assuming that you're trying to use Keto Chow for your only source of nutrition. If you are eating other food in addition to it and using Keto Chow for 2 meals a day, which that's not the question, then it would probably be fine.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's see. Stephanie says, will there be something extra special in the surprise box? So the surprise box, we're not doing the swag.
Nope.
That's not in the plan right now. When we did a survey of the people who are, we talked about all this last week. I'm happy to talk about it again.
Yeah.
When we did a survey of the people who are subscribed to the Chow Club, they said that the primary thing that they liked the most was the discount that came with being a member of the Chow Club. So we put our emphasis on that. And a lot of people indicated, and I know people here in the chat said that they really liked the surprise thing, but for the people who answered the survey, price was the thing that they concentrated on the most.
And that's one thing we haven't announced what the price is. There's going to be deeper discounts on this My Chow, so we'll let you know when we get there. Stephanie said she placed an order on Monday and still haven't gotten it yet. Probably because it was Cyber Monday.
Well, now here's the thing. Have you gotten a shipment notification and it's just in transit, or you haven't gotten a shipment notification? If you haven't gotten a shipment notification, please contact our customer service.
We'll look it up.
If it's in transit and it's just taking a long time,
we did have a lot of orders, and we were behind a few days. Like we took till Thursday to get our Monday orders out because of our sale. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it's in transit and you'll get it anytime.
Marie says, yay, my Tara gum is shipped. Kaya says, I think it's awesome you have such a unique approach to serving your customers. Let's see. Lisa says, Synergy, my early birthday present. My birthday's on the 13th.
My birthday present to me.
Denise says, I haven't gotten the email or package.
Reach out to customer service and they will look it up for you.
Yes.
To see if there was any problem with your order.
It's possible the order wasn't placed, but we would want to find that out.
Yeah, we definitely need to. We'll look it up.
Yep. Okay. Here's our last question.
Okay.
We're going to talk about sucralose.
Oh, I love this subject.
Okay. Debra has a concern with sucralose. She said, Keto Chow sounds great, except it has sucralose.
Yes.
Everything I've read about eating clean keto says sucralose is not an approved sweetener. That's my emphasis, by the way. What effect, if any, will sucralose have on my progress
He's not saying she said that.
if I'm trying to follow a clean keto diet?
Yes. So we have had that a lot. We don't feel like sucralose is bad for you, but everybody has a different opinion, and that's okay. Yeah. Chris has a big, whole bunch of words to tell you in a giant article. small story. They did a study on rats and gave them a lot of sucralose, and then they got sick. A lot. But they also had too much for their body, so that's hard to say. So
I'll put the link into there. If you search for Keto Chow sucralose, the number one thing that needs to be addressed is people confuse or conflate sucralose and Splenda.
And Splenda has maltodextrin in it.
Splenda is or dextrose. Well, there's in 1,000 milligrams of Splenda, there's 12 milligrams of sucralose.
You said milligrams the first time.
What?
So 1,000 milligrams.
In 1,000 milligrams
then there's
of
12
Splenda, there's 12 milligrams of sucralose.
I want to make sure you said it correctly.
And there's 990, is it 998? Anyway, 90. Almost all of it is
98.
maltodextrin.
98?
I think it's 900.
No, 88.
Yes, 988. That's
we
right.
Minus 12
I'm like,
from 1,000.
That's not right.
We got this.
Yes. So there's 988 milligrams of maltodextrin.
Which is just bulking agent.
It's starch.
And it's sugar. It's going to raise your blood glucose no matter what. Whereas the pure sucralose by itself doesn't. And so metabolically, it's fine.
Yeah. Now, to put that into context, we're using 0.08 grams of pure sucralose in most of the flavors. Now, in the natural strawberry, we are using monk fruit as the sweetener instead. There's actually 200 milligrams of monk fruit. But in most of the flavors, we're using 0.08 grams. Okay, that's what, 0.08 of a gram? If you took that much actual glucose and ate it, the typical person would not be able to discern on a continuous glucose monitor that anything had happened.
That's with regular glucose.
It would be indiscernible. Like,
because it's
we're
so
talking pure
small.
glucose. It's such a small amount, it would not cause a raise in blood sugar. And that's with glucose. Whereas what sucralose is, you take a sucrose molecule, so a glucose and a fructose, and you add the same chlorine that you find in sodium chloride, also known as table salt. And a lot of people get really uppity about, or get really excited about the chlorine. They're like, oh, it's chlorinated sugar, and chlorine is bad for you because it's a chemical. Chlorine is in salt. If you don't have a problem with the chlorine in salt because it's chlorine, then you shouldn't have a problem with chlorine in anything else just because it's chlorine. Now, chlorine can be a problematic thing when it's all by itself. Don't get me wrong. But just because it's chlorine doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. Okay, so we're moving past that.
You caught me monologuing.
You got me monologuing. Okay, but on that page, which I'll just bring it up really quick. So we talk about the Splenda, we talk about chlorinated sugar. Why do we use sucralose? Because it tastes better. A lot of people say, why don't you use erythritol or allulose? Because it would double the weight and volume of Keto Chow. So instead of 21 meals, you'd only get 10 for the same price and shipping. We do have the natural strawberry that uses monk fruit as a sweetener. We also have a base powder that you can use any protein powder you want. So you want to use egg white protein with stevia?
Yes.
Great, go for it. And we also have the 4 savory soup flavors that don't have any sweetener at all. Then it talks about the rat study that Miriam was talking about. Let's say that you are a...
This is an unnecessary geek.
Oh, absolutely. A 130-pound little lady.
Okay.
Number of Keto Chow meals you're eating in a day. That means you're getting 1.35 milligrams per kilogram of sucralose.
Okay.
Which is 1.68% of what they were feeding the rats.
Okay.
To get the 80 milligrams per kilogram that they were doing in the rat study, you would have to eat 59.4 meals of Keto Chow
You couldn't do that.
day.
That's not realistic. That's not.
That is not realistic. Okay. There was another study in May of 2021 that goes in. It actually is interesting that there were some things that actually seem to have to do with sweet substances and not necessarily with sucralose or any of the other stuff. The problem is they actually stopped short of testing whether natural sweeteners, including stevia and monk fruit, they never tested that, or actual sugar. They just tested artificially created, which in this case you're adding a chlorine. Anyway, that's all they tested. They didn't do the next logical step. So there you go. And now we come to the actual meat of the problem here.
Yes.
Clean keto. What does clean keto mean?
I don't know. Clean keto means eating real food.
As opposed to
eating food that's made in a plant, right?
So does that mean that you can't eat cheese?
No, you can eat cheese because it's made out of a cow.
Yes, but it's a processed food.
Well, that's not the semantics she's asking.
The problem is clean keto is used as a gatekeeping term.
Real food.
It's used as a gatekeeping term to say my dietary choices are better than yours. I'm doing it right. You're doing it wrong.
But I don't know if that's what she is meaning.
She may not
by
mean
it.
that way.
She's meaning she's trying to eat it. But really, just go to the outside of the aisles of the grocery store, right? Just don't go into the middle. That's fine. And if you don't want Keto Chow, that's fine too.
Aaron says, I find it hilarious that this question has been asked so much. Chris made a calculator answer. It literally gets asked every day.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to answer it again because someone said, where was it? That Keto Chow. Oh, Kay says Keto Chow changed my opinion on sucralose. There you go. Aaron says the best immediate way to know if your body's affected by any food is to test your blood glucose.
And we feel the
That's
same
true.
way. Absolutely.
Hemi says Tarragum, not cheap.
Yeah.
Luke is on. And Hemi says I got my first ever Keto Chow order.
Yay.
Just had to make room in my freezer for using McCreamy for the first time.
Yes.
Lost my chest freezer. Oh, that's so sad.
I'm sorry.
Lisa says, has anyone thought Irish cream and caramel macchiato taste the same? They are similar.
They taste the same to me, like coffee.
They do taste like coffee. The first time I got the Irish cream, I'm like, wait a minute. And I made it a caramel macchiato. Side by side, they do not taste the same.
Yeah, they
are
quite similar.
similar.
The caramel macchiato is definitely caramelier.
Yes.
Is that a word?
Absolutely.
More caramel tasting.
Lisa says,
Tasted
Keto
more
Chow
caramel?
satisfy my sweet tooth. Let's see. Stephanie says, I found the email and my order will arrive tomorrow. Oh, nice. Just as maybe the rats got tired. Lisa says, I like the caramel better too. Okay. Aaron says, Chris is so right. Here. Blaine says, I'm doing Klingon keto, right? Aaron says, I mean, what's clean? Vegetarian keto because meat is, insert bad thing here, or carnivore because fiber is bad.
Right. And keto is what you make it.
That's
what
true.
you need to do is try to do the best for your body.
For someone who is allergic to nightshades,
Do
clean
not eat
keto
nightshades.
would be no jalapeno poppers,
Right?
no tomatoes.
If you're allergic to nuts, no nuts.
Yep.
That means no cookies made with almond flour.
Lynette says, I love the video that Keto Connect did comparing the different sweeteners and
I
their
like
effect on
that
blood
too.
sugar and blood ketones.
Yeah.
Yep. And Stephanie says, clean ingredients, and there's a stigma against sucralose because of splenit. Yes.
Yep.
You're absolutely correct. Carla says, with the tarragon, it's not tarragon.
Yes, Terra
It's
gum.
Terra gum. And that's an important distinction because one of them is not the same as the other.
Yeah, tarragon is a seasoning that
Yes.
is not sweet. It would not taste good in
Yeah,
ice cream.
Terra, T-A-R-A.
But that's
root
okay because it's difficult for
gum.
so yeah, it will work in a regular ice cream maker.
Yes, it will. Diane says, try the Irish cream today. It has its own flavor. You get close to a few other flavors. It's nice. Order me some gingerbread.
Nice.
John says, my shoe is smaller than Chris's shoes. More caramel macchiato, please. Aaron says, my sad then happy story. Keto Chow inspired me to dig out my KitchenAid
Yay.
mixer ice cream attachment. Discovered that the dasher, the inner piece that mixes, is missing. Santa heard my weeping.
Oh, thank you, Santa. I'm glad.
Sabrina says, has anyone tried using the skinny mixes added to Keto Chow shakes?
Yes. Yes.
Especially to vanilla and cookies and cream.
Yeah, really, you can do whatever flavor you want. It's so fun.
And Stephanie says you can't find Tarragum. The best place to find Tarragum is to go to Steve with Serious Keto's review about it.
Yeah, video.
And he has a link to Modernist Pantry with a 10% off discount.
Yes.
GGB says, I hate my KitchenAid ice cream bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we've been on quite a long time,
Yeah.
and we're apparently on our second video.
I'm shrinking in my chair, too. Into my blanket.
We're going to go. So everybody, have a fantastic evening.
Yep.
And
we appreciate you.
yeah, we'll be on tomorrow morning, too. So,
Bye.
all right. Good night, everybody.